Hi friends, today I thought it was time for me to share with you my favorites, my fall favorites. Now some of the items that I'm going to share with you are items that I have mentioned before, some things I haven't mentioned in a while, and there are some things that are just completely new that I have run across and I want to share them with you. So let's go, let's deal with lifestyle. So today I'm sharing with you like some lifestyle items. Some items I'm going to share with you are beauty and food. I think that's where we're going to keep it at. So one of my all-time favorite things to do during the fall is to go and get a facial. I love going to get facials because now the fall you can kind of like really exfoliate your skin from like maybe some of the sun damage that you did in the summertime outside. If you did not wear sunscreen, it's a great time to do to have maybe a microdermabrasion treatment or just a simple facial. This is also a great time where if you had any breakouts, you can go and take care of those types of things. And so in the fall time, I would try to do at least 2 facials by a professional, not by Wani, because you know I do my own thing weekly, but I want to go somewhere and just like really have them look at my skin, take care of my skin, do some exfoliations, as well as do some, if I have any breakouts or any pimples, and they would like extract the pimples and things like that. And I love that because now I don't know if you guys are like me, I'll be preparing my face for my makeup that I wear during the fall and the winter months, because the sun, you know, I'm not in the sun as much during this time or whatever. My skin tone tends to brighten a little bit during the fall and the winter, and so I can't wear the same makeup. And so that being said, during the fall and the winter, my makeup, my foundation totally changes, and what seems to match me the best is this Clinique here. Is Beyond Perfection, and the color is what it is, Clove. It's number 28, Clove. This is such a beautiful color on me. Right now it's a little light, but in a couple of weeks it will be perfect. And so this one is actually, it's time for me to get another one, because as you see, this one is almost empty, and it has a little brush like that, a little applicator like this. And so I'm gonna go and pick this up this weekend. But this is one of my all-time favorites. I have been wearing it every winter for maybe the past 3 winters. Now another foundation that looks great on me was the Avon, and I can't think of the color anymore, but the color, they don't make it anymore, so I have to mix with them. But this is one that I can wear and I don't have to mix, and it's by Clinique. Love that. Now while we're talking about, you know, makeup, and I went about my facial thing, but another favorite that I have, and it's time for me to be able to wear it now, and this is Rihanna, and this fragrance is called Nude, and it smells so good. I don't know why it smells better to me, or I wear it better during the winter than I do in the summer months. Maybe because, you know, the sweating or whatever, I don't know what it is, but in the summer months or the hotter months, it does nothing for me. But when I wear this during the winter months, I am always getting stopped. This smells so good. As you see, I have used a lot of it, and that is all that I have left. I've had this now for 2 years, I think, and so this has gone through like 2 winters and 1 summer, and that's how I came to the conclusion that it doesn't work for me well during the summer. But for the winter, yes, always get stopped and asked, what am I wearing? And it smells, it has like a, it has like a little musky undertone to it, but it's like a sweet musky. Really, really nice favorite. And this is called Nude by Rihanna. Okay, now this is another beauty item that I want to share with you. One thing that I like to do in the wintertime, and I think last winter was my first time doing it, and I have done it a little bit in spring also, but was to wear me a her. Yes. Now, I don't think you guys have seen this unit here, and I have worn her maybe twice, and I did not like, initially I did not like how it was formed. I mean, not how it was formed, the curls, because it was just straight. And so I went and got my curling iron and curled her up with these spirals, these like loose spirals, and she is rocking. I love this unit right here. And so this is a great time for me to for when I don't want to have my hands in my head, especially during the winter time, and I just want to let my hair just rest. And when I do my deep conditionings and braid my hair up or whatever, I put this on, and it can be my protective style. I don't have to worry about the wind cutting my hair or anything like that. And if I want to wear my hair out, I can, but if I don't, that is perfectly fine. I don't have to worry about any pulling and tugging with the weave, because my hair just does not do weaves, I mean braids and all that very well. So I just have to wear a unit, and I am loving this one. And I have gotten two other ones that you have not seen, but you will see very, very soon. And I think this one's name was, I think it was like, it's something crazy like Esther or something, some old name. But yes, she don't look like an Esther. Yes, yes, yes. I think this is absolutely beautiful. And going on, speaking about my hair and all of that and my protective styles, you guys know that I am like, I have like gray. I'm like my father. I grayed up in the front first, and I have like little strings or whatever sporadically throughout my head, but in the front is where you see I gray. And so grays, my grays are like very, very, they're just like wiry. They're everywhere, except for when I use Eco Styling Gel and I gel my edges or whatever. But one thing that I have found that I am loving, and I've been doing this now for maybe like 4 months now, ever since Puda left, because she started me on this, and it is this 24-hour edge tamer, and it's by Ebin, E-B-I-N. You see it right here, and here it is like that, 24-hour edge tamer. This stuff is amazing for my edges, and as you see, I have some of my edges right now up under here. And even if on some of my other units where I wear my edges out, and then I would put some of this on there and blend it in with my unit, it looks so realistic. I'll part my hair just as the part is here, and this is how it looks. And it's like a brown color. It's like a light brown color, very light brown, and it's very thick in consistency. This stuff is amazing. It has a very, very light scent to it, but it's nothing heavy. Like, you guys remember that Let's Jam back in the day? It kind of feels like that a little, but it doesn't have any, like Lex Jam can be kind of greasy. This does not have any greasiness in it, and it does not smell like Lex Jam. Lex Jam back in the day would make me sick, literally. I just could not stand that scent. But this is really good. Now this, I got this from my beauty supply store. They also have one that's called the 48-hour one. This little one right here cost me $1.99. I just bought this one a couple of days ago because I had run out. And then they have another one, the other one, the 48-hour one, was $1. It was $2.99, I think. Don't know how that one worked, but I'm assuming if this one is excellent, the other one will be just as good. So yeah, so I wanted to share this, guys, with you because if you're looking for something to kind of tame your edges, and if you have gray, wiry hair similar to what I have, this is really, really good. And it does not look like you got wax on your hair. You know how it can kind of look waxy. You just put it on, and you can put it on with your fingers and use a edge brush or whatever you have, and it is really, really good. So I wanted to make sure I told you guys about this. Okay, so now let's go and talk about quickly, we're going to talk about some foods. Now, there are several things that I like to do, and I was talking to my mom earlier about some of the things that we used to do that maybe I could share with you that she used to do with us that when we were growing up. So I have a recipe coming up within the, I'm going to try to get it done this week, but I want to share this. This will be a great recipe to do if you, for the kids, because I plan on doing this for my niece and nephew, and it's also great like during the holidays, but we would do it, my mom would do it sometimes during like the fall months, and it is really, really easy. It is so good. And so, but I'm going to share that recipe with you. But since I'm talking about recipes, that was a segue into this right here. Now this right here is the Gather and Share little magazine that you get out of Publix. If you have a Publix, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every season they put out one of their Gathers and Shares, and I love the one from for the fall and for the winter. I love this and I look forward to it. Also, their Aldi's puts out one during the holidays, and this should be coming up as well. I love getting those. They have some really good recipes, maybe some things you have not tried before, things you may have not thought of pairing together before, but they are and all the ingredients you can get out of your local Aldi's. But this one right here is from Publix, and what I love about this one, I love butternut squash. And I've always wanted to make a butternut squash soup for the holidays. And so if we are here for the holidays, for Thanksgiving, I am going to make a butternut squash soup. And so in this magazine this year, it has the Savor the Sweetest Season, and this is decorated ice cream. They have in here, they have a decorated ice cream sandwich, herb crusted leg of lamb. Doesn't that sound delicious? And so it's telling you, when you look through here, it gives you, you know, all the contents of what they're talking about this year. These are how to make different types of dressings and what they would pair great with. So that is awesome to have. And then this one right here, this is a pumpkin soup with brie and croutons. That looks so good. And I thought that was butternut squash soup, but pumpkin. And something else that I would love to do is to do a butternut squash ravioli. Oh my, that is so good. I had one of our chefs create that for an event that I had, and it was amazing. And so I want to try to get that recipe from him, and if I can get that one from him, sometimes he will give me his recipes, but if he does, I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna share that with you. But this one here is a pumpkin soup with brie and croutons, and that's doesn't that looks so good, so good. And I actually thought that was butternut squash. And then they have gourmet cookie bites here. Hopefully you can see that. So this magazine that you get I try to get it whenever I see it. I want it, and so I try at least 1 or 2 recipes in here, and I try to introduce Mr. B to something new, because he's one of those who, you know, if he never had it, he doesn't like it. I'm like, you don't know what you like if you never had it. So this one right here is a winter vegetable stew. That looks really good, huh? So yes, so yeah, this is one of my favorites. So if you have a Publix near you, oh my, look at that leg of lamb. That's a little bit too rare for me, but oh, the spices and that rub on it looks amazing. If you have a Publix near you, please go. And it is outside of the door before you go into the actual market. It is sitting in one of those racks next to the sales paper, the weekly sales paper. These are awesome to have, and even great to, you know, go back to refer to if you want to just cook something different and you don't want the same old for your holidays. Okay, so now also speaking about things to eat, one thing that I absolutely love in the fall are apples. These Honeycrisp apples here, oh my gosh, they are so good. And so I went into the supermarket and I saw these, and I had to have them. And my intention was to make an apple pie. That was my intention. But I had 1, and then I had 2, and then I had 3. And so this is the last one. So I'm going to eat this one. I'm taking this to work with me tomorrow. And I'm just going to go back to the market and buy some more. But these are great. They are so good. They are so sweet. And I also like, I used to have a student whose family had an apple orchard, and he would bring down the apples, and he would give me apples or what different types of apples that they picked, and I really missed him. But these Honeycrisp here are always on my list to get. When I see them, I'm gonna get them, and they are so big, they're so juicy, and they're so sweet. So this is definitely one of my fall favorites, as well as making an apple pie. Okay, another thing we're talking about is food related. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I shared with you guys on my Instagram. You follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, it is really simple. Just go on Instagram and put in Wani's House with an S. Wani's House. And you can follow me and you can see what I'm posting on my Instagram page. But I shared with you that a couple of weeks ago, I finally made it to QT. I have a QT, and I generally only go there during one particular season, and that is during the fall, and that is because they have their pumpkin spice lattes. I love that coffee. The coffee from QT is so good. Their flavored coffee. I love the vanilla, and I love the pumpkin spice latte. And when they put those in the dispenser, I am there. Now, when I don't want to go to QT and I want to splurge because my QT only costs me $1 and some change, I am going to Starbucks. And this is the time that they have their pumpkin spice lattes also. And so those two are my favorite fall drinks, and it would be better if the weather was cooperating, because it's still a little bit hot here. But tomorrow we're supposed to have a break in the weather, so it's gonna be chill. It's gonna get down to 42. Now, I'm not sure that in the morning or that's all day, but that seems kind of extreme to be all day. But it's supposed to be down to 42. So when that happens, I will definitely be making a stop at my QT for my pumpkin spice latte. All right, guys, so let's go with some fragrances, and we're almost done. So one of my fragrances that I love, and I've shared this with you guys over and over and over again. You guys know I love Leaves candles, And I think I have been sharing that with you probably ever since I have been on YouTube, that is my favorite candle. But I have run across another one, and it's this one here that I am burning right now, and it's called Pumpkin Apple. And I decided to pick this one up because I went into my Bath and Body Works and it was smelling so good. And I went to pick up something else. I went to pick up some soaps. No, I went to pick up some wildflowers. That's what I did. I went to pick up some wildflowers, and I had to ask the associate, what candle is that? Is that a wildflower? Is that a candle? And she said, yes. And I'm like, yes, which one is it? She goes, well, we have it in a wildflower, but we're burning the candle. And I'm like, what candle is that? And it was the Pumpkin Apple. This candle is amazing. Oh my, it is giving my leaves candle, I think it's going to be giving it a run for its money. Now, this may be my second candle, so I think these two I'm going to try to keep. And I actually went to Bath and Body Works yesterday because I wanted another one of these candles, and they did not have it. That Bath and Body Works did not have it, so I'm going to go to another one, and hopefully I'll be able to get the Pumpkin Apple candle. But the candle is really, really good. It smells like, you can smell a hint of the pumpkin with the cinnamon, but then you can smell like the crispness and the sweetness of the apple, and it blends so well. And the one thing I love about Bath and Body Works candles is that they the throw is amazing. I can be downstairs and I can smell the aroma upstairs in the hallways, and as I'm coming down the hall and down the stairs, it is really, really good. So so we have that candle. And then when I went to Bath and Body Works yesterday, I ran across this other candle. Now, the packaging, from the packaging, it looks like it is probably a candle for the winter, but girl, let me tell you, this stuff, oh my gosh, yes. Well, it is called Frosted Cranberry, and I think they've had this before. I'm almost sure they did, and I think it was just the packaging was different. You see, this packaging here has the card with the Christmas tree on it, so you know it is for the Christmas line, and it's the Camp Winter line. Frosted Cranberry. This smells so good, and what this says, it's made with notes of iced cranberries and orange essential oils. High concentration of rich fragrance oils deliver room-filling fragrance. Our patent soy blend wax is formulated to provide the best fragrance experience. And oh yes, it smells so good, guys. And so the burn on here is from 25 to 45 hours. So good, so good. And so this is made with essential oils, and yes, it is amazing, and it smells just like the description, the way that they described it. It smells just like that. So this is one that I will have, and I will probably start burning this one maybe towards the end of the fall, going into winter, into the holidays. And then I also got, this weekend, they had this right here. This is the white pumpkin peppercorn. This is the nourishing hand soap right here. Now, they had a candle at one time that was like this, and I think this was the same name here, and the candle was really good. And so I got this week, but I also bought another one similar to this. It was a white pumpkin, and for the hand soap, it smells so good, so good. And so I like this. I like all of their Bath and Body Works hand lotions. These are great to have in your bathrooms, or if you have them on your sink in your kitchen, great to have. Also, you know, I usually have the Grove Collaborative soaps on my sink, but if you don't have that, these are great to have on your sink. And my favorite ones to have on my sink during the fall months is the almond. The almond smells so good. And I see that they now got an almond wallflower here. So if this smells anything like the almond hand soap, yes, it is going to be really, really good. So I got that. And then they also, it's a marshmallow pumpkin latte, and I know they had a candle for this one. So I got, you know, 2 of their hand soaps, and both of these smell really, really good. I have never been disappointed with a Bath and Body Works hand soap. And then I got the eucalyptus, of course, and this one is the deep cleansing hand soap. You guys know I love having the eucalyptus mint in my bathrooms. I love it all throughout the year, but this one I typically would keep in the bathrooms down here because I wanted to smell like really fresh and spa-like. So everything in this bathroom where my guests come, I have like all eucalyptus mint, the fragrances. So I have the soap, the wildflowers, and I have the soaps and the wildflowers. Yes, that's it, the soaps and the wildflowers. Okay, and so I think that is all that I have for that. And one other thing that I am liking, I shared with you guys recently about my Grove Collaborative order for this month. Guys, that entire apple cider line is amazing. It is so good. And if you're interested in that, you can watch my video so you can see how I clean my house with that. And you can also, I'll leave the link below just if you're interested in anything Grove Collaborative. But I am loving that apple cider line for the fall. It is amazing. And that candle that I purchased with that is really good. That's a soy candle, and I think it lasts 25 hours also. But it is so good, guys. If I don't have this one burning, I have the other one burning in my kitchen. And because my area is open, the throw goes all through downstairs. And yes, it smells like apple cider. Like I have apple cider on my stove. Now I created a video for apple cider, so if you're interested in seeing how I make my own apple cider, I'm gonna link that one also. I'll put it up in the iCard above and you can check that out. So that's it, guys. Oh, one other thing, my favorites. There is nothing like laying on your sofa or in your bed, and you may have a cup of hot apple cider. It may be in the morning, it's a little crisp outside. You may have a cup of coffee. You may even have a nice cup of warm milk. It is not fall if you don't have a nice, soft, large throw. I shared, guys, this throw with you a couple of weeks ago in a haul, and I purchased this throw from At Home. This throw is so large, so long, so soft, and so luxurious. This thing is, oh, it feels so good on my skin. And I have found myself sitting up here on my sofa, and I will grab this throw because I have it over on a chair, and I just cuddle up. It is so nice. It was an excellent price, guys. And when I went to At Home today, my At Home did not have, they had like 1 or 2 more of these. And now I'm mad that I didn't get another one. Maybe I'll go tomorrow after work. I should have gotten another one. But this throw is really, really nice. Now, I was at home today, like I said, and this week until Tuesday, so you have until today, actually, to go to At Home. They had these throws, the regular $14.99, and they had them on sale for $7.